Glory. And for those of you who didn't know this, we literally just went live on our channels about an hour ago with Isaac Stegman. We were talking about our work with conscious leaders and how they're coming in and we're helping them build their platform and their marketing online, and how we are starting the Fix This Next live show with Mike Michalowicz on Monday. But I announced how excited I was for this live stream here with the one and only Patty Zor, who is our operations director inside of the company. We've been working together for about a year and a half now, known each other longer than that. Patty, what's our story? Because it's such a meet cute. Tell people how we first met.
Oh my gosh. So we met at a conference nearly 7 years ago,
So crazy.
and I think we just clicked right away. And about a year and a half ago, I was ready to make a move and actually make sort of a gutsy decision and really make a career change and jump into the entrepreneurial world. And, who else did I look to but Amber Vilhauer, founder of Ngng Enterprises, No Guts, No Glory. And we started talking and reconnected. And she said, what are you doing? Let's do this together. Come work for me and let's make something happen. And it's been such a fun ride. It's been such a huge learning experience. We've got to launch several #1 best-selling books within the last year.
Yeah,
We've
this is Patty and me. We rule the world together.
Oh yeah. I mean, and we just had so much fun together. We launched Author Up Live, which was a live event for future authors, teaching them how to launch their next bestseller. We've actually had two of those events in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, live streaming, over the pandemic, it's been a really interesting time, but Amber is so amazing at just listening to her gut and making decisions and pivoting so quickly and really just not overthinking about it and not getting in her own way. And so she truly is the example of somebody who practices, that no guts, no glory rule. And yeah, so thank you so much for bringing me on board. I think I've had a blast.
Oh my God, Patty's amazing. Like I love, 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 love working with you. And it's such a funny story because we did meet at Social Media Marketing World and she was working at Waterpick at the time and she knows marketing. Like she's just got a marketing mind. And so we had this sort of catch up call and she's like, well, I'm sort of thinking about transitioning. And I was like, you're hired. I did not look at her resume. I did not know like how she actually functioned at work, but I knew Patty. And a lot of times I just hire based on core values. Like I knew her brilliance and her greatness and her creativity and her vision and her follow through, team player, leader. And so I was just grateful. I was so grateful that we saw something in each other because everything that we've been building in the company since then has been awesome. And it's only getting better from here. And so, yes, as a result of the pandemic, we've been doing a lot more with live streaming. We have a whole done for you live streaming division now, which is called standout.live. That's literally the domain name. So you can go there and learn more about it if you're interested in live streaming. But Patty and I have been talking about how to do more, how to be more for the world right now, how to give back, how to build community, how to help business owners and give them empowerment and tools and resources and strategies and tactics to make something amazing out of this time. When a lot of people are scared, they're just waiting to see what happens next. They're trying, they're suffering, they're exhausted. Not that I'm trying to be in the doom and gloom of it, but yeah, like people are having a hard time right now. So if we can step in and say, there's a way, there's a path forward. It doesn't have to be excruciating. It can be fun. And you can make a difference. That's really what we're trying to accomplish here. And we got the idea to start a new live stream show, No Guts, No Glory Live. And Patty is the host. I didn't want to be the host. I wanted to give Patty a space where she could use her talents for good and give back. And what we were riffing on is I would love Patty to start interviewing some of our most amazing clients. I'm telling you, we attract in the most unbelievable people that are kind and smart and giving, and they have an incredible message to share. So we'll even talk about Jimmy Ferris is coming on tomorrow. Patty's going to be interviewing him. I'm not going to steal too much more of the host role here, but really just to set up, guys, I want you to subscribe to the show. I want you to get involved and comment and ask questions. We're here for you. This isn't about Patty. It's not about NGNG. It's not about Jimmy tomorrow or future guests. It's really about you. So get involved and learn from us and feel the support that we know that you need. So Patty, that's kind of my vision. You're welcome to share your vision. We'll talk about anything else, give some value today, and go from there.
Well, yeah, I know we're short on time, and I just appreciate everybody who is watching today, and would just love it if you could join Jimmy and I tomorrow. Jimmy is a high performance coach and former Super Bowl winner, and so there'll be
Super
some good
Bowl
stuff.
winner.
I know,
If
right?
you didn't hear that, okay, go ahead.
But the greatest thing about the story or about the series is that the guests that will be coming on will actually be sharing stories about a time in their career that took guts. And together, we're going to listen to their story. We're going to hear about that action or decision they had to make and the lesson that was learned from that action. And I think there's just so much value. There's so much learning to be had. I think the stories are going to be amazing. And I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear them and share them all with you.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Well, how else should we split the, I want to definitely give some value today. What are some questions? Where do you want to go with the conversation? Host Patty.
Well, Amber, so maybe a good question that I have for you that maybe the audience doesn't know is, can you tell us, how did you come up with the name NGNG Enterprises?
Yeah, it's a good one. So I remember, gosh, my whole entrepreneurial journey in general was kind of weird in that I didn't start off with a business plan and all of these formal goals, and I hadn't gone to business school. And so I kind of came in and I thought, wow, the online world looks really challenging and interesting. I'm just going to learn about it. And then as I'm learning, I'm going to share about it. And so as I shared, people from all around the world started to come in saying, like, could you help me? You have your website and you're learning about SEO. Could you help me build my website? And I said, sure. I mean, literally that was my genius behind it all, right? But along the way, I think I was probably 6 months into just doing this kind of random side contract work. And a mentor of mine said, Amber, it's probably time that you get an LLC filed. And I was like, what does that mean? Not even joking. So I went into the state and I'm like trying to fill out this paperwork. And it's like, what's your business name? And I just, I had this moment of like, I don't know. I knew it was important. I didn't even know if this was going to grow into anything significant, but I thought if it did grow into something significant, I'd want it to be a good name. But like, how do people come up with names for companies? And I was really in my head at first. I actually remember I was in my kitchen. I was pacing the kitchen, just trying to like think of something important to say in this moment. And I started just really reflecting back on things that felt meaningful to me in my life. And when I think of anything meaningful, my mom is always a part of that conversation in my head, because growing up, my mom was my absolute hero. She still is. My mom was a single mom. My parents had a great relationship. They were friends, great co-parents, but I was with my mom full time. My dad, I was only with him probably 4 days a month. And so here's a single mom working her ass off. She gave us every opportunity. We went to a top private school. She was a good human. She always made people feel loved and seen and valued. And I was a great observer of everybody, but especially my mom. And I just thought, man, I want to be as great as she is someday. And so I was always really observing her. And growing up, she had a few key phrases that she used to say. Like one of them is, leave the campground better than when you found it. And that carries with me every day. And so when I'm going anywhere, doing anything, I'm thinking, how can I make this space better? How can I improve the experience for the next person coming into this space, right? So there's things that she said, like feel the fear and do it anyway would be another one. But for some reason, I'm in the kitchen, I'm pacing, I'm overthinking it as we do. And it hit me that what she said to me all the time growing up was no guts, no glory. So I thought, man, what better phrase to remember every day as I face my fears in this business, as I do things that like completely overwhelm me and confuse me and scare me of running a business. And then what better phrase to share with my clients so they can adopt that. And when they are scared to death to record a video, they can think, no, God's no glory. When they're about to go live and they're like, oh, do I look okay? Am I going to sound okay? And then everybody's going to see this. And what's that going to mean? And what if I screw up? Just remember, no guts, no glory, and it's just something that I just felt was right. And so, to condense that, it was Ngng Enterprises. And that was the story of how it came to be. And over the years, it's become so much more meaningful than it did in my kitchen that day. And a lot of people love that name too. So it's really cool.
So, as a business owner, it's so easy to just get in our own way. Like you had mentioned before, sometimes we just tend to overthink it, and then we think about it some more, and then we probably think about, well, now it's got to be perfect, or well, now, I don't want to put something up that's just going to be okay. It has to be, every single thing needs to just line up perfectly and needs to be exact. But you make a decision and you just go for it. You just do it. And what is that decision making process that you go through? Because I've noticed working with you, you stay out of your way, and it's really fun to watch you do it. And so I just want to, let viewers know, like, what is it that goes through your mind? You're at a crossroads, you have to take action, and you go for it. What is that process like for you?
Well, it wasn't always, I was not always a fast action taker. And I would say, in fact, if anything, I used to be the opposite, because as an observer, you're in your head, you're kind of thinking through your experience. But it's definitely something I had to condition myself into, just seeing how much I was holding myself back from life and not wanting to be that person. So I think that was part of it. But when we are faced with an idea or a change, and we know a decision has to be made, something that really hit me that I heard a long time ago, I don't know who said it first, but whatever you think about grows. So when we're faced with an idea or change, and all of a sudden we think, okay, I should take action here. If you don't take action, you'll start to think about it like, well, oh, but wait a minute, what if this happens? And then how would I combat that? And then, oh gosh, that feels a little scary to me. And like, oh, well, maybe I'll just do it. I'll think about it tomorrow. Or no, I can't do that. Maybe I should get this advice from this person. And all of a sudden you turn it into something that it doesn't need to be, right? And you completely derail, and then it just dies, right? The idea dies. Whatever you need to do is exponentially more challenging at that point. In this question, the first thing that came to my mind, Patty, was when COVID first hit. And that was a really intense time for everybody. And for me, my husband's a firefighter. So I was getting information that literally scared the crap out of me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, the whole world is changing. And I have this company and I have these clients and I'm responsible for this whole team and my family. And like, I started to feel the gravity of that in a very real way. And I immediately stopped that emotion and I thought, wait a minute, you have a choice right here. Whatever you think about grows. So what do I want to grow out of this? I don't want to freak out. I don't want to freak out. Like it really is. It's a conscious choice. You have to have awareness over your emotions and your thoughts. And in that moment, I thought, I'm not going to panic. That's something I'm not going to do. I'm going to lead. Okay, well, what idea do I have? What is within my control? How can I lead? And the idea came in to start the live stream series. And man, if I had just given myself the opportunity, I would have completely talked myself out of it and literally gotten too busy or too whatever. I would have justified it, right? Because we're masters at justifying our own behavior. But instead, I just thought, you know what? the first step is I just have to take immediate action on this idea. And so what I did is I was on a call with Ken Andruko, which is my mentor, and he was on the Elevate series a lot. And I said, well, Ken, I'm kind of kicking around this idea for the Elevate series. And he's like, I love that. Do it. I had a whole full day packed with calls and other things. And literally in that moment, I pushed back all of my other responsibilities in the height of COVID when I should have been focused on so many other things. And I thought, nope, I'm going to build out an infrastructure for this entire live streaming show. And we're going to go live in the next 48 hours and we're going to interview 40 speakers and it's going to be this whole thing. Go. And I just put it in motion before I had a chance to talk myself out of it. And there might be people out there that don't like this approach because they think, well, you didn't think about this roadblock or that roadblock. But I'll tell you this, it always works out. I always figure it out. And I'll coin Marie Forleo says, everything is figure outable. So if shit hit the fan 3 days into this live stream, I could have made choices to get myself out of it or to apologize or to shift gears. But I can't even imagine what would have happened if I hadn't got into fast action in that moment and just made the decision, face that fear, lean into it, and just do it. Because think about it. I mean, Patty, we grew our company. We've been hiring like crazy. We popped up a new division. We're working with amazing clients coming in. I mean, it shifted a lot in my world, both personally and professionally, just from that one decision. And it was all amazing. So no guts, no glory. My mom was right. I'm telling you, it was amazing.
I mean, well, and it just worked out. And I say, I think I've said this to you before that, man, sometimes, not in every decision, but sometimes you make this decision and it's ready, fire, aim. And
Sorry,
man,
team.
this You know what though? We all just do what we got to do. We put in the work. You're a great leader. You seem to know exactly, what you want, and you communicate that vision with us and we just go for it. And we truly have an amazing team at NGNG. I mean,
Oh,
everybody is just so awesome. I really wish, we could all be together and work together. But with Standout.live and the live streaming division, I mean, we've had so many clients just see so much success and they're having so much fun with it. And it is
I
just a
know.
blast to watch. And so I'm just honored to be a part of the program and a part of NGNG and to have this opportunity to launch the No Guts, No Glory live stream series.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you gave me the idea. I totally think we should set a date and invite any team member company wide that wants to come in, and we should have a team live stream where we're just, I don't know, we'll come up with different questions, or those of you watching, if you have questions, like you might want to know what the team's view is of having a leader that's ready, fire, aim, right? Or like, what is the culture like and what are our core values and what have they observed that I'm doing that makes it a better environment and allows us to execute on so many different moving pieces in as much harmony as we can find as possible. How do we keep track of it all, or how are we growing? I mean, any questions that you have like that, I would like you to take action. Those of you viewing, put that in the comments below. Do you like this idea of having a team wide? And maybe somebody in the comments is like, I would love for your team to be there without you, Amber. And okay, that's fine too. But like, what ideas do you have around this concept? Something that I feel like is really important to me in NGNG is putting my team forward, right? Because this isn't just about me. That's old business. Old business is like, I'm the owner CEO, and this is like my vision and what I want. Ugh, gross. I'm not like that. I think the new way of doing business is to empower your team to have ownership of their role, to have a voice in your marketing. We actually have multiple people on the team who are live streaming, right? And they all have a different purpose and a different reason behind it. But I'm so excited for Patty and what she's going to be doing to take our thought leader clients and really elevate them and having them share their stories that you might not hear on other channels. So you definitely want to tune in and support Patty. There's nobody better for this role for sure. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And just to end, look at, we're going to keep it real. It's been a lot of growing pains. It hasn't been easy. I think it's been a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears and hard work. But, we came together, we got it done, and we will happily share, all
Yeah.
of those stories and those experiences because this is real life that we're talking about, right? We're all going through it. We're all in it. We're all stressed out. We're all trying to pivot and make decisions
True.
quickly and get the work
Yeah.
done and bring success to our clients. And so, yeah, we will share all of those stories with you. So I appreciate everyone for joining us today. Our kickoff event, I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to interview Jimmy tomorrow. I can't wait to hear about a story about a time in his career that took guts. I
Yeah.
can't wait to learn all kinds of new things from just a variety of different guests on the show. So I hope that you'll join me. And Amber, I appreciate you so much. And to all of our clients out there, they're all amazing. And yeah, let's end this on a good note, man.
Yeah. So for those of you watching, I want you to take immediate action on one thing, and that is in the comments below. I want you to literally type no guts, no glory. And that's your comment. And I want you to do that so that you have an action tied into that thought. And now it can be something that you reinforce and start using as a tool to help you move forward through difficult times. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll put the date and time on a photo quote on the page. Make sure that you're reminded. Definitely want to subscribe to the social media channel of your choice because we are currently live on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope and Twitch and LinkedIn. So wherever you like to be, just subscribe to our channel and then we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.